Okay, alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today I will present finding from an article titled the title Spoken Grammar and ELT Course Materials A Missing Link by Richard Cullen and Aichun Co. This presentation explores how spoken grammar is addressed in EFL textbooks and is important for teaching conversational English. Okay, for the background, the article explores the gap between research findings on spoken grammar in conversational English and its implementation in FL English and as a foreign language textbooks. The main focus is to understand how spoken grammar is represented in teaching material, particularly construction unique to conversation, such as non-phrase preface, and vagueness markers. Next slide is research question or the purpose of the study. For research question, does have for the first, to what extent is spoken grammar reflected in EFL textbooks? And secondly, how is the quality and quantity of attention towards spoken grammar addressed in test textbook? And next, the purpose. For the first one, to examine whether there is a missing link between spoken grammar research and EFL teaching materials, and also to emphasize the importance of spoken grammar for improving learners' conversational fluency. The methods: a survey analysis of 24 general EFL textbooks published between 2000 until 2006 in the UK. And then textbooks were reviewed for the inclusion of spoken grammar features categories A until C. And then the focus was on the whether these features were highlight learners and include in exercise. Features categories and A productive grammatical contraction, for example situational ellipsis. And for B, PICS, lexicogrammatical units, for example, sort of. And C, for last, informal features violating prescriptive grammar rules, for example, less people. Okay, next, the findings. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, the finding of the study revealed significant gaps in how spoken grammar is addressed in EFL textbooks. For the first one, nearly 50% of textbooks surveyed completely ignored spoken grammar features. This lack of focus indicates that spoken grammar is not considered a priority in the curriculum for many textbooks. And then next, oh my god, Alec. And next, category features such as non-praise uh, prefaces or situational ellipses were rarely addressed. They features require more complex grammatical knowledge, which might explain their omission, and they appeared mainly in advanced level textbooks and were introduced as optional extras rather than essential learning. And the next, third, the category B features, such as fixed expression and figure markers like sort of and kind of, were the most commonly included. These features are easier to teach because they don't require in-depth grammatical understanding. For example, highlight include. It's kind of expensive and stuff like that. And for the last, we have category C features like informal use of grammar that violate prescriptive norms were occasionally mentioned. For example, include the use of less people instead of fewer people or if I was instead of if I were. These features were included to raise awareness of informal spoken English but were often treated as supplementary material. Okay. Defining level in terms of level English. For the first one, beginner and elementary textbook almost entirely ignore of spoken grammar. And secondly, intermediate and upper intermediate books focus mainly on fixed expression. And for the last, advanced textbooks include some some spoken grammar, but only as additional content, not core learning. Discussion. There are two key points in the discussion. For the first one, teachability, and secondly, impact on learners. First one, teachability. Fixed phrases category B are easier to teach and learn, which is why textbooks focus on them. And last, impact on learners. Without exposure to spoken grammar, learners may avoid these features orally orally an incorrect form transferred from their first language, limiting their conversational fluency. The set, okay, sorry. The study recommends integrating spoken grammar into all proficiency levels, not just advanced, to prepare learners for real-life interaction. Teachers also need training to handle these features effectively in classroom. Okay. For the last conclusion and suggestion, the study the study shows that spoken grammar is often missing in EFL textbook. Features like ellipses and non-phrase phrases are ignored, especially at beginner and intermediate level. It suggests adding more spoken grammar in textbook and helping teachers teach the features to improve fluency in real conversation. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your attention. Spoken grammar is an important part of language learning that we cannot ignore. So, do you have any question? If you have, you can ask me. Thank you.